that might be on the same sort of wavelength. So.
Welcome to the Traitors Online.
It's the ultimate game of trust and deception.
Over the next few weeks, 20 players from all across the UK are going to battle it out to become the ultimate winners of this.
To hopefully win this incredible game.
At night, the traitors will murder the faithfuls. It's the faithfuls' job to find out who the traitors are. Get them before they get you.
At the end of the game, if any traitors are left, they win it all.
Welcome to the Traitors. Hello everybody. Good evening. I think we're live. I can't tell. You've just got I am the flesh and bone covered skeleton of Kyle. Nice to see you all. Could you just quickly let me know in chat if you can hear me? So if you're in chat, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, right. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. What an episode. Let's have a quick look back at what went down. Related, so I just want to double check that you guys are all right. Rhiannon has been murdered.
What?
No? Why?
Gosh, wow.
Rhiannon.
Okay, so
It feels horrible, but it feels so great.
yeah. Unfortunately, from the traitors.
Okay.
Why you hid that is
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'll be honest, I never really gave it much thought at the time. I just thought... I am faithful.
The only thing is, it obviously puts EJ under a slight little bit of pressure, but we're going to obviously work to get that off him. But Diana's is really strong carrying that.
Catherine is still saying I'm still thinking Lisa, but yet she didn't vote that way. Just saying, she just said it now.
that's true.
Well, what an episode. Now, we will... Okay, it's fine. We will be heading... let's discuss the murder tonight. Rhiannon got murdered. Let's have a quick look back at that moment.
What? Not it.
Rhiannon has been murdered.
What?
No? Why?
Gosh, why? Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't expect that.
What about if we got rid of Rhiannon? That would make Diana a bit more in the spotlight, because obviously she was saying that she thought it was her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
yeah.
I think that's a good. As
Yeah.
in, I don't know any.
No, that's fair enough, mate. Yeah, but Diana's came up quite a few things today, and I think that we're going to add that on to say, well, now Rhiannon's gone. She said it was one of three, and obviously, like, now Rhiannon's gone, so that's all a bit weird, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah, as in. Yeah.
So, just to confirm, who are we murdering?
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon. Okay, so...
Your
As
face,
per-
Dave.
It's real.
I have some news, unfortunately. And there was a look at Rhiannon's murder. Rhiannon couldn't be with us tonight. She will be popping on tomorrow, hopefully, along with some more guests. But let's have a look at a little interview I filmed with her earlier.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah.
Alright, so obviously you were murdered in day 5, but who were you most suspicious of during your time in the game?
At that point in the game, when I was murdered, I think I was most suspicious of I would say Mike at the time. He was definitely on my radar. If I hadn't been murdered, he was definitely someone that if I'd got to the round table, I would have been sort of challenging at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously on your first go as a group, you guys got rid of a traitor straight away. How did it feel to get one out so soon?
It was really good. I think it was just like a really, really sort of like positive experience for everyone, and I think it brought the team together because everyone sort of, you know, joined together and really, really sort of all were on the same wavelength pretty much. I know there was a couple that weren't, but pretty much everyone was on the same wavelength, and I think it was really good just sort of, you know, having that sort of like, you know, confirmation that we were right and that we hadn't just targeted someone that we were wrong about. It was like, you know, everything we sort of thought was you know, was true and had come through.
All right, so after getting rid of a traitor, you guys had a few days where it was faithfuls leaving by the masses, be banishing faithfuls getting murdered. How did it feel every time that you lost one of your own?
It was really frustrating actually, because you know, it just sort of like you know, it just felt like we were sort of like on the back end, and like sort of maybe the things that we were all thinking or the mindset we all had was just sort of like the faithfuls just weren't on the same wavelength, and so we weren't all working together, and the traitors were sort of like, you know, just sneakily hiding undercover because no one could really decide, and obviously it just seemed like everyone was believable as a faithful, so it was really hard to sort of work out. So it was a shame when all the faithfuls were going and we just weren't, you know, even close to any of the traitors really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then a few rounds in, we had 2 new people join us. So how did that feel for you guys, and how did that change the dynamic?
I think it was quite exciting. I thought it was quite exciting. I think it definitely turned the game on its head though, because I think obviously people had started to get comfortable and people had started to get ideas in their head, and then when you throw 2 new people in, obviously there starts being questions about, you know, whether the traitor sort of level has increased and what their role is going to be, and sort of like, you know, how like they're going to fit into the dynamic and what sort of things that, you know, what they're going to bring to the table. So I think it was fun, and it was a great twist to bring them in, and it was well welcomed. But I think it threw everyone up in the air as well, because you know, it sort of realized we had to all think again.
Okay, and then obviously you were murdered in, I think it was round 5. How did it feel to kind of leave the game?
I mean, it was sad. I was gutted because I was really getting into it and sort of like, you know, getting to know everyone and getting my own theories and working them out, and I didn't get to sort of progress then to sort of start speaking up a bit more. But to be honest with you, I sort of expected it at that point, because obviously I knew it was a 50-50 with picking the numbers. One was safe, one was not. So I thought, if I haven't picked one of them, you don't know who you're up against, so there's a chance I'm going to go. So I think I felt something that night really, that it was my time was going to be up anyway. But obviously it was a shame, because, you know, it was really fun and it would have been nice to stay in a bit longer, but you know, it's the name of the game. So
yeah. Okay, and then my final question to you, despite all the twists and turns and the ups and downs, are you glad that you took part?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I loved every minute. I mean, I suffer quite badly with anxiety. So to sort of put myself in that position and have to get to know new people and things, and sort of, you know, it was really, really good to get to know new people and sort of open up a bit more to people, and, you know, and sort of chat. And obviously just the game itself was great, and all the twists and turns and everything, you know, that you've thrown in and put together has just been amazing, and it was so much fun.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for taking some time out to come and talk to me. It's been lovely seeing you again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Perfect. I will speak to you soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Now, of course, Rhiannon was not the only person to leave the game tonight. Marissa was banished after receiving the most votes. Let's have a look at that moment in action. So, unfortunately, Marissa, you have the most votes this evening, and therefore you will be leaving the game imminently. If you could please tell the group what role you were.
Yeah. Firstly, I have enjoyed this. It's been fun, but I'll be honest with you, I was going to leave anyway because my heart wasn't really in the game. You know, I haven't really sort of been participating, and I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life. So I'm actually kind of relieved that you have voted me out in a way, but I am faithful.
So Marissa was faithful, and there you have it. Marissa was banished. She was a faithful. Now, unfortunately, Marissa can also not join us tonight, but again, I did pre-film an interview, so let's have a little look at that now. Okay, a little bit now. You guys got a traitor out on your first go. How did it feel to get one out soon?
Yeah, it felt really good actually. Yeah. Yeah, it just felt really good to get him out. Sort of relief, really, you know, definitely.
Then a few rounds in, some new people joined. How did it feel to have two new people join? How did that change the dynamic? Obviously, you knew one of those people very, very well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, I was glad that the person I knew was playing. But it was good to have, you know, the other person that I didn't know join as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know, you know, whether they were traitors or not, or faithfuls either.
Yeah. So, just for the purpose of the benefit of everybody, really, what is your relation to Chloe?
I'm her mum. She's my daughter.
Yeah. So, I can't remember. I'm just gonna double check when you were banished.
It was on the night that she joined, I think, or the day after.
I think it was, yeah, day 5, and then they joined day 4.
Yeah, because they suspected, you know, that I might be a traitor because they couldn't believe,
Yeah.
you know, that we would both be faithful, and plus because neither of us said that we were related, although we weren't actually hiding it, but we didn't actually sort of say, oh, look, we are related. We sort of, I don't know. I mean, personally, I just never thought of sort of saying it, really. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun for people just to find out.
I suppose every little secret that you keep, no matter how big, like if you're not completely open, I guess people just suspect you, don't they?
Yeah, true, I suppose. I mean, I suppose in hindsight, maybe we should have said at the beginning, but then I tend to think, well, I still think that that would have come across as suspicious because we were related, and I think people would still have thought, oh, well, one of them's got to be a traitor, you know. So I think it could have gone either way, to be honest.
Okay, so after getting a traitor out first go, you guys lost quite a few faithfuls, both through murder and through banishment. How does it feel every time that a faithful goes?
Yeah, it's not great, obviously, because you want to get the traitors out. So every time you get I mean, I felt bad, you know, voting for people and then they were faithful. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Okay. So I've just got a couple more questions.
Yeah.
Who were you most suspicious of during the game?
Well, definitely Dan in the very beginning. Are we not mentioning him? Sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Ethan, I mean, I wasn't obviously playing it then, but I did sort of suspect him when he arrived, obviously because I thought, you know, I thought, well, Chloe's not a traitor because I know that she can't lie anyway, and I thought, well, maybe Ethan is a traitor because he was the only other new one coming in, so I did suspect him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally, despite all the twists and all the turns of the game, are you glad that you took part?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it was an experience, definitely. Yeah.
Lovely. All right. Thank you so much for popping on. It's been really nice.
That's all right.
I will. Yeah. I'm gonna have to dash off now, but thank you again for coming on. It's been really nice. And there we have it, a lovely interview there with Marissa. Now, one of our contestants in the group is celebrating a very special birthday today. It's David's birthday, so give him a happy birthday in the chat. birthday, David. I am going to work on getting up the music. Here we go. Join me in wishing David a very happy birthday. I feel really awkward doing this by myself, so let's quickly have a look at the traitors because they have decided to murder their next victim.
And she's just literally said, I now think it's Chloe. And it's like, well, then tomorrow Chloe will go.
Yeah, because Lisa said the same thing as well. That she agreed with yourself and was thinking it was Chloe, but didn't want to change her mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good opportunity if I want to get rid of Diana because, like, people think that that's too obvious.
Catherine is still saying, I'm still thinking Lisa, but yet she didn't vote that way. Just saying, just said it now.
That's true.
So, the traitors have made their decision. Let's go and deliver the news to their next victim.
Just obviously because the comments just made it nice.
I think it'll put suspicion on Morag and Lisa.
Might push the scales. Either way, we seem to be good for the next couple of banishments. I looks at it.
What an episode, and it's going to get even juicier tomorrow because tomorrow night is the night of deaths. Let's have a sneaky little look at what's coming up tomorrow.
Next time.
What? I was saying panicking there.
Oh my god.
I can promise you that number is going to be a lot less by the end of the game.
You know, who's not part of the alliance? I think I'm the only one that's not.
Lisa and I am a faithful.
The last person remaining in the game will have a little bit of a surprise. Okay. Mike. One. Okay.
Who, please?
Can you tell me what the name of this evening was?
Oh god, I didn't really look at it. Something about death?
Correct.
Like, as in morally, I feel awful.
After betraying the faithful for a while, it's now time for you to betray one of your own. And there you have it. I apologise that episode was a bit higgledy-piggledy tonight. We'll be back to the usual format tomorrow with some special guests. Before we go, we just quickly like to pay tribute to Paul O'Grady, who sadly passed away today, yesterday. He was a great entertainer. He supported so many people, and he will be dearly missed. But that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching us and joining us tonight. I apologise if it's only been me, but you will have Nathan back tomorrow. On that note, night everybody.